Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. It's 2025 Paldas Swiss tournament. We are in the middle of round one, and we are here to host you two amazing matches. First, the clash of the American players, AVGEEK versus James, and then the infamous Fortnite player. After 2 months of break, Will faced the wrong playstyle correct version European champion, and I'm not here alone. I'm joined here by my co-host Jakob. Hello, Jakob. Welcome.
Yes, hello. Here, W. Rafal. I'm gonna call you Rafal during the stream here today.
No
Just a
problem at
bit
all.
easier.
No problem at all.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, and you might also have heard me a bit laughing when you introduced Mirkus as the Fortnite player, because I feel like his achievements in the Paldas events are a bit more important than him playing Fortnite, but maybe that's just my incorrect assumption
Uh,
here.
do you know when this whole Fortnite memes came to reality?
I believe it was when he got a max out.
No, it was
Okay.
last year during the LOL Pog Cup qualifiers.
Okay.
He was only seed 18. He choked for his standard the quals massively,
Mhm.
and he said something in the stream that maybe he played too much of Fortnite, and then we started like to make fun of him that he's no longer a Tetris player but Fortnite player. But what's important, what Merca decided to put in his player profile, we will see this yeah later because this is the second match of the day. The first match of the day, there is an information about Fortnite what Merkel wanted
Mhm.
to put. So yeah, he is also like not taking it that seriously. But first thing first, we have AVGEEK and James, two American players. AVGEEK, player on the rise. AVGEEK finished second in the February tournament with 657 PB, and yeah, uh, both players are players who are able to play a lot of 19. James in the recent month struggled a little bit, maybe not a little bit, on 18, and yeah, wasn't able to catch up the scores on 19. So yeah, we'll see if AVGeek will be able to outpace James on 18, and maybe James trained more. Who knows? And we have also some people in
Mhm.
the chat already. Ivan, James, AVGeek, DUŽY K, welcome here. And yeah, Jakob, today is your day to learn the proper pronunciation of our Polish player DUży K. It's the proper pronunciation, and I will
Yeah, I know
take.
that he's pronounced DUŻY K. I still just pronounce
And you
him
and you
Dutzig
keep to
because it
say it
makes more
like
sense to
like
me.
like German pronunciation Ducy,
Yeah.
Ducy and so on. Yeah, so yeah, but I will take care of it in this stream. Yeah, so
Okay,
guys,
perfect.
our players, as you can see, 200 elo difference. So it
Mhm.
seems on paper that AVGeek should be the massive favorite. Um, to win this match. According to ELO odds, it's like 76 to 24%. But we know that James is a player who can do great things, especially with keyboard cheating, but he also tries his luck or his skill. He corrected me. You don't try your luck
Mhm.
in the match, you try your skill.
I
So
mean,
yeah.
there's one thing about skill, because you have skill once you're getting used to luck.
hmm Yeah, and yeah, guys, before we go to the match, quick reminder about the standings. Some matches already played. Currently, four players with 3 points. There are Gunter, Tugi, and Le who had to play their first match. Purek, due to the withdrawal of 666 underscore team, got a bye, so
Mhm.
full points for Purek as well. And so far, the closest match we had was match between Shuichi and Firedogs, which ended in a decider 5 to 4 for Shuichi. That was a very, very weird match from Shuichi's end. His level 18 stacking was not on point, and also Firedogs tried to play as efficiently as possible and left us with a good impression. So Firedogs might be a very dangerous opponent later in the tournament. And PAW needs to train the cutting playstyle more. What is a cutting playstyle?
Oh, he's talking about your accident that happened earlier today, I believe.
Ah, okay. Yeah, guys, yeah, I would like to apologize. I can't play today, unfortunately. I had an accident with knife, and I cut my left thumb today. Currently, it's not bleeding, so it's a good sign. And yeah, maybe I will be back in a few days. I will see how it looks tomorrow after I wake up. But yeah, the good news is it doesn't like hurt that much, so maybe I will be able to play later as well. And Sleepy
That is
Muddy
good
also
news.
in the chat. Hello, welcome.
I
Yeah,
believe
Jacopo,
you have scheduled your match for Monday.
I
Assuming
proposed, but I don't have an answer yet. So
oh
yeah,
yeah, that's what I meant.
I would like
That's a
to play my
proposal so
match
far.
before the deadline. I don't want to use my first of two jokers already in round number 1, but yeah, we will see if I'll be able. Yeah.
But as you just mentioned the Joker,
Mhm.
maybe we should talk about the rules for the matches today a bit.
Yeah, yeah. The original rules. So the overall rules is level 18 starts, no line cap, SPS controller, and hand cam as mandatory things, and all matches are best of 9. We all know there are the similar rules as we had in our monthly tournaments, but we have. Win is not the same as a win. If you win not in a decider, so 5-0 to 5-3, you get 3 points. Win in decider, 2 points. Loss in a decider, 1 point. And 0 points if you lose not in a decider. And what we are fighting for, this is our first major tournament of the year. So top 3 players after 6 rounds with the highest amount of points will advance to the 2026 Paldas Cup to the top 16. And as mentioned, we have 10 days per round. And yeah, if something happens, you can't play the round before the deadline. 2 times during the tournament, you can extend the deadline by 4 days without any consequences.
But I believe only for different weeks. You can't do it 2 times for the same week.
What do you mean? I put in the rules that you can't extend for round 5 and 6 for the 2 deciding rounds, but there is like you can use your joker already in round 1 and 2. There is no restrictions or something.
What I meant is you can't use it twice on round number 1.
No, you can't. Yeah, you can only use it for 4 days. If you can't play your match in 14 days and you have like no good excuse whatsoever, if you haven't like informed before the round started that there are some circumstances which might be difficult for you, then of course there will be a walkover, a win for another player. And yeah, and then we have one big joker. So if you know beforehand that there is during the one round there is absolutely nothing what can happen, you can inform beforehand, and we can make a longer extension for this round, but it has to be like communicated beforehand and so on. I hope we will not have to use this rule, but yeah, this is there. All the rules can be checked in our Discord server. Yeah, and the link to the Discord server is here. Oh yeah, Jakob, you already posted it, so thank you very much. And yeah, so maybe let's switch to our players.
Yep, sounds like a good idea. And on the left side, you can see AVGEEK against on the right side, James. Yeah, as you said, there's a high chance of AVGEEK winning this. Either way, it was like 75% to AVGEEK, meaning we have a bit of an underdog situation here for our second American player, James. But it's still pretty much a 24%, 25% win rate, or like win
expectancy.
Chances.
I think the
expectancy is the word I meant. It's still it's definitely possible for both players. So AVGEEK can't play this too relaxed.
Yeah, and considering that James can do some nice level 19 chase down, so yeah. We might see an interesting match. The first seed is there in the chat, Hover3 from AVGEEK. So I assume our left player is ready, right player with the ready menu in the in the game build. Yeah, so Jakob, do the honors. Countdown for game number 1.
Sure. Should we try to do the countdown together?
No, I'm not a big fan of it. Do it alone, please.
Okay, then I will do it alone.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna be a 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
I know it's a very difficult to synchronize and yeah, but our players are already in. Game number 1 started, and yeah, I will have to say that I have the impression that ELO rating of James is kind of too low, but yeah, unfortunately the last matches James played were only losses, so there are no style points in the ELO rating, and yeah, therefore it's a slightly lower rating for James, but 6 rounds to be played, and I think after this tournament James's rating will tell more than it says right now. So
I believe that's gonna be the case for all players because we don't have that many PAL-DES events, pretty much only the ones you host, meaning there's lack of data, I'd say.
Yeah, but you know, I do my best, and I hope maybe one day there will be other people wishing to organize PAL-DES matches, which can be ELO rated. So I'll be happy to add them to the standings as well. Yeah, but for now, we know what is the situation in the Tetris world. The wrong version is the most popular one, and yeah, apart, as you mentioned, from myself, every other tournament is played in NTSC. But yeah,
I actually tried to do a PAL-DES small event here where I live, but there weren't many higher level players attending, so it kinda just didn't work out, sadly. But yeah, there's people who try to do that, and I hope that PAL-DES will get big, and maybe even a certain tournament in the north, or north of Germany, will also happen to do some more DES focus soon. Not gonna happen, but that's my personal hope.
Keep my finger crossed. I keep my finger crossed.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's
also, we should talk a bit about the game.
Yeah, I wanted to give a score update. 214 for AVGEEK, 141 for James. So AVGEEK already outpacing James in this game number 1.
Not by that much. If we take the lines into consideration, it's like 2 Tetrises, I believe. Yeah, 2 Tetrises. So it's still pretty close in between.
Already great pace by AVGEEK. And guys, this tournament has a Macherino prize pool. We're currently at $50. I promised 100 in 2 parts, one in March, one in April. So first step from my end is done. $50 will be added also in April. But if you want to make the prize pool bigger, feel free to click on the link and yeah, donate some amount of money. Top 5 players will get a share of the prize pool. Top 3 advance to the PAL-DES Cup, top 16, but top 5 will not go home empty-handed. So feel free to make the prize pool bigger. It will make the players more happy.
Yep, we would definitely appreciate that because we have to be honest, a prize pool is one of the ways to get people interested in a tournament. It's just sadly the case. So it might also help getting PAL-DES a bit more popular in the world.
And AVGEEK no slowing down, 384 after 87 lines, so the situations for James is looking more and more complicated in this game number 1. If there will be no slowdown for AVGEEK, James will be forced to play a lot of 19. But of course, as there is no line cap, players are strongly encouraged to play as long as they can. On the level 19 games, the so-called level 19 Malens are strongly encouraged, so maybe it will be the case.
Yep, I hope so.
And we have a Macherino donation, $50 already. Who was that generous?
It was me.
It was you. Thank you very much, Jakob. That was a very nice from you. So we are already at $100, so 150 will be at least after my
well, 200 because I'm also gonna put in 50 in April.
Oh, that's nice. So there is already a pretty nice prize pool. So I hope, yeah, It is a good sign as well. So thank you very much, Jakob, for your generosity. And we have AVGeek with 473, a little bit of a slowdown it is for AVGeek, but not that much. James is not clean, so yeah, this doesn't help James a lot. But yeah,
He's not clean, and he's 10 lines behind AVGeek, so it's more like a 420 against 480 in terms of pace. AVGeek now getting into level 19 at 485, which means, yeah, James is gonna get probably like a 460.
So
Potentially only one
we'll be not that far behind, and AVGeek already in a lot of trouble on 19. Can AVGeek survive this game?
He's gonna get a few singles in. He needs something for the left side, getting the OPs over. Oh, the JP is not perfect, but nice flatburns here on AVGeek side. Also transition for James at around 430, which means currently a 70 KD tier for AVGeek. This is gonna be a lot for James to catch up to. And we can see AVGeek getting the pieces over to the left. Okay, perfect.
AVGeek doing a great job surviving it. Oh, nice. James is also fine with level 20. It's like 70k behind.
James is able to keep low, but AVGeek and on the right are getting
and AVGeek will be topping out. AVGeek tops out, so James, you have a chance. 517 is your target. 517. 517
feels doable. It's not that much that he needs to get. Only like 60, 70k. Gonna be tough, but that's...
Oh, this board state is not perfect. Oh, gets the long ball over.
Perfect.
Oh, and this is looking difficult for James. I'm afraid James won't be. So both players topping out at exactly 160 lines. AVGeek with 516 has more points than James. 1-0 for AVGeek after game number 1.
I'm gonna get my sheet open. I forgot to prepare it in advance, so then you can just focus on the game. I can do a bit of the back-end stuff.
Wanna do the stats? Okay, thank you very much. Then
I just need to log in. It's gonna take like
if you missed game number 1, I have the stats for game number 1.
I have them as well.
Okay, wanna put it in the Google Sheet then? And I can make the countdown.
Google is having some login weird stuff on my side.
Okay, then I will do it. Okay, never mind. Players are already ready.
That sounds like a good idea.
Yes. So game number 2 starts in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Game number 2. AVGeek. James is starting. Yeah. So Jakob, I will do it with the stats. And yeah, you can pay then more attention what's going on in the playfield of both players.
That sounds like a good idea to me. I mean, here in the beginning, in the first few lines, there's generally not that much to talk about, as at this level at least, the players are able to get clean openings, but just as I said that here, James already doing the first few
and
rounds
AVGeek with
AVGeek also having also having a few misdrops here on the left side, so this is a Bernie start. AVGeek is James is open once again. AVGeek in the cleanup process, but yeah, James skipped a Tetris there using a small burn instead. And now finally the first Tetris to James after 10 lines played, so that's 55 for AVGeek against 31 for James. AVGeek having played 7 lines more already, so AVGeek a much more developed game state, you could say, due to the lines played. And the next Tetris to James into 55, so it is now in a neck and neck situation. But AVGeek is still cleaning this up. Okay. Gets the bar over perfect. And James, if he can get the next Tetris in, has a lead in points and in pace. Here we have 68 against 82, and James has played 4 lines less, now at about the same lines. 69 against 105, so a 2 Tetris lead roughly here for James.
Yeah, so this time James tries to be more efficient. Oh, overshifts the JPs, but shouldn't be that big of a deal.
How long will dependency him cut him forward? It's not the worst situation to be in, as AVGeek is still in the last line or two of cleaning the situation of about 20 lines ago at this point up. Yeah, AVGeek finally open.
Yes, so this was kind of a struggle start for AVGeek in this game number 2, but AVGeek is back in business with a great looking stack. So yeah, James has around 1 Tetris advantage with the same line count. So let's see how it develops. It's not a big lead. Now James is forced to burn few lines, but maintains Tetris readiness, which is always good. Yeah, and we are approaching the 50% of lines on level 19. AVGEEK
18?
with level 18, sorry, yeah. Thank you for paying attention. So it was like around 174 for AVGEEK at the halfway point, and it will be like halfway point 194 for James. So James maintaining around this one Tetris advantage.
And I believe there was a nice daily Tetris here just by AVGEEK. Still, like, again, cleaning up. This time at least not 20-30 lines, just a few lines that he had to do. And yeah, that allowed James to get around a 2 Tetris lead and pace in. As AVGEEK is open once again, and we have 2 Tetrises happening here.
Jacob, can you pay attention? My cats are doing weird stuff. I will be back in a second, yeah?
Okay, sure. We love pets. Sometimes doing weird stuff happens to me as well, but mine is more like, hey, give me food. Okay, so let's focus on the game here. 256 for AVGEEK, 267 for James. James having a small hole in this tech, which he is now cleaning up. Only 2 more lines left to go. Perfect TPs into cleanup here on James' side. We can see that AVGEEK is now open as well and getting the next Tetris here. So it is 284 against 317. James having played a few lines less. AVGEEK burning a bit here, which means you have about a 2.5 Tetris lead and pace. But just as I said that, James had to close the well here. And we get 1 more Tetris to AVGEEK as we are now in the roughly last 30 lines of level 18 before the 19 transition. And let's see if we can see as deep of a 19 game as we saw in the last game. And yeah, this game so far really neck and neck here, I'd say.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back. I hope the cats didn't do anything too stupid.
Yeah, there's actually...
Oh, James bottom in trouble.
Okay, I will say in a second. Let's see if James can...
He's getting nice burns.
But something to the left was needed. Okay.
Burn, yeah. Both pieces are acceptable.
This was bad. No. 338 200 top out for James. So AVGEEK, you are good. Feel free to play this game out on level 19. So AVGEEK is 2-0 up. And apropos those cats, there was like technically they're not my cats. They're like cats of my sister. She's like she's on vacation with her young child for 17, and yeah, she asked me if I can like spend some time with those cats. They were actually pretty nice recently, but yeah, they started a weird fight, and yeah, I wanted to see if there is anything wrong happening, but yeah, there was like a normal cat fight, but they were kind of loud to me, and I wanted to make sure they're not injured or something, you know. Yeah. Got a live bird yesterday. Oh, nice. Oh, nice. That's a nice skill for your cat, AVGEEK. Yeah, and our players are ready for game number 3. So let's start this game in 3, 2, 1. Tetris.
My cat is allowed to go outside, and he is generally catching stuff a few times a week, be it mice, be it birds, whatever. He's already kind of old at now 12.5 years, but he's still fit, and apparently he is able of catching a lot of stuff. James having some internet issues?
No, I refreshed James because James was too much behind compared to AVGEEK, so yeah, now it should be better. The same line count, so yeah.
Yeah, it looks good now, and we have 1 Tetris to James and a bit of burning here in the opening for AVGEEK. AVGEEK soon needing to take a safety triple here, yet taking the safety triple perfect. And now waiting for the next bar, but it looks like we have a bit of a drought here now. Would love to see the drought counter, but this is now A tough opening once again here for AVGEEK. And on James' side as well, but James getting the open up. James open again and into a Tetris here for James. AVGEEK now getting some more burns in.
Yeah, so tough sequence for both players in this game number 3.
James also kinda high. AVGEEK center still low enough to get stuff over, but you never wanna lose death in those situations.
But yeah, we know that AVGEEK is one of the best players in terms of controlling the delayed auto shift, so I think yeah, it was kind of you know, controlled decision by AVGEEK. And we have 90k for James, 72 by AVGEEK. AVGEEK gets another Tetris, James as well, so James around 1 Tetris ahead after 40 lines in this game.
We are now approaching halfway point, and we can see two actually not that suffer games considering the opening that we had. So players recovered nicely in terms of points. OTAK also happening here on AVGEEK side. And AVGEEK are doing summer burns here. But getting open once again. And set up for a Tetris as well as nearly a second one. Now set up for the next. And bar to Tetris for AVGEEK and bar to Tetris on James' side as well. 234 against 195, meaning there's only like a 2 Tetris difference in points, and in lines it's more like a 1 Tetris difference, even a bit less than a 1 Tetris difference.
Yeah, so still no one's game. This game number 3, still everything and anything can happen. Yeah, but definitely both players are able to control their boards better than it was at the beginning of the game. So it's always nice to see some efficiency going, not only some struggles. Yeah, but I might be biased, but correct me, or maybe correct me. Please share with me your observation. But I have this observation that it's easier to fall into some longer jigs on PAL than on NTSC, on PAL 18 than on NTSC 18. Do you have the same impression, or is it only me?
So here's the thing, my NTSC is really bad. I said that in the match I played today already in the chat. My PAL 19 is better than my NTSC 19. My opinion about which game is tougher to play does not matter at all.
Okay. So we have 356 for AVGEEK, 359 for James. It's now 379 for AVGEEK after 102 lines. James with 359 after 96.
Yeah. So we should get once again a double, at least 400k, more like 450 to 500k transition, depending on how aggressive these players can play until the transition. On AVGEEK's side, we see a few burns here now open. Once again, getting the bar into Tetris for AVGEEK and 400k. And James is waiting for the next bar, getting the bar and 400k for James as well. A few lines earlier, so I believe we still have a 1 Tetris pace here for James. And next Tetris, and here you can see 429 for 30, and there was about a Tetris in line difference, so we had a 1 Tetris pace here, saying head because James is now playing one high and potentially getting a few burns in, and yeah, we can now see the burns in preparation of level 19.
Yeah, James created double long bar dependency, got one long bar to get it, and it looks like James doesn't want to risk for Tetrises, wants to keep the board manageable for level 19. AVGEEK transitions with 504.
504, James could get one more Tetris into a 475-ish.
I'm afraid James won't get any more Tetrises.
Yeah. No, he won't. So he's gonna have to catch up a lot on level 19, or he's gonna be in a 3-0 position. AVGEEK looking like topping out soon here. James positioned at 455, which means James, you go as 514, 514. This means around about 60k, which is roughly 60 lines you need to play.
Yeah. Yeah, 514 is the target for James, so around 50k. it's not given. Oh, this
James
board.
getting high here.
Nothing,
for the left side.
nothing. No pieces to the left side. I wanted to mention no pieces to the left side for James, unfortunately. And James tops out at 465. AVGEEK takes another game and leads 3-0. GG's.
AVGEEK semi-19 control is so much worse than when I was warming up. First of all, we all feel that you play worse in competition, but second of all, you still managed to get the 3-0 in so far, so despite your not that amazing 19 control, you still managed to outpace James heavily on 18, which is oftentimes enough. And yeah, we can see James already ready for game number 4 here. And let's see what's going on a AVGEEK side. Probably just some, replying to people who ask stuff. And welcome in the chat, Yelena.
Hello, Yelena. Welcome. Nice to see you. Back in paldastetris.
Yep, where you should be. So it's now ready for both players. I'm just gonna start game number 4 here in a 3-2-1 Tetris.
Yeah, so AVGEEK, we have a pretty comfortable situation after 3 games. Now it's time for James to get some games on the scoring board. But unfortunately, James repeats the situation from the monthly tournament, so some struggles on 18. And yeah, to be honest, both players are not showing the full level 19 potential today. Like 160 lines, highest lines for both so far. It's not what both players can do. We know that they both can go like level 28 and beyond. So maybe not in every game in competition, but potential for those achievements is on both sides. So yeah, we will see how it goes. But maybe they needed like those 3 games to warm up, and then now they'll show us their full potential. Would be nice to see. I would like to see some close battle on 18, and then like level 19 marathon for the game win would be cool. Maybe I'm like expecting too much, but yeah, why not? Why not?
Always expect as much as you wanna see, to be honest.
And dear players, no pressure for you. This is like only me, talking some nonsense. So don't worry about myself.
Exactly.
144
we finally have one more good game here, like good start. Yeah.
145 for AVGEEK, 171 for James, and not 40. We are before 40 lines. So yeah, as you mentioned, Jakobs, this is a pretty good start for both. No early struggles. Nice to see.
What do you consider a good start? Like, to me, it's generally when you go to 200k at 50 lines, it's a decent game.
Yeah,
what's like the threshold for you?
For comp, every 200 came at around 50 lines, considering that you might get like some weird RNG and so on. It's a good start. That's for sure. Yeah, of course, like in ideal case scenario, I would like to see around 300k at 65 lines, so like 600k, 600k transition potential. But we know that those seeds can be very cruel, so yeah, every game which gives the player potential to get over 500k transition in comp is a solid game. And yeah, we know that those even the best players, if they don't get like some friendly pieces, it's tough to get more than 500k. So before transition,
Tetris, especially Death Tetris, is quite RNG dependent. Yeah,
but we played
RNG 310, so amazing game here for these players. Pretty much a 600k paid so far.
Yeah, I wanted to say, therefore we're playing SPS, so that both players have to deal with the same pieces in each game. So this factor is like minimized. So there's like no RNG factor in terms of match situation, but yeah, players want to score high. It's not always possible, but in a match it's more important to outscore your opponent and not like you know, get a PB every game or something.
Mhm.
So AVGeek 409 after 92 lines, 409 for James after 90 lines. So we still have a neck and neck game, and finally we see James with a good pace on 18. Oh, but James was building a tower in the middle of the board, but got some pieces to work around it, and now we have James with 456 for AVGeek. So we still have this you know, neck and neck situation.
Mhm. By the way, how do you say neck and neck in Polish?
We don't use the word neck. We use the word head in Polish. It's actually it's głowa, but you can also use the word web. So it's just not that nice in terms of like you use this word towards animals, not towards people.
Okay.
Yeah, we say like web of web, and it means
see,
like
I
neck
see.
and neck.
Yeah, in German we also normally say Kopf an Kopf, so head to head. But in Tetris we just use Nacken an Nacken because it's funnier. It doesn't make sense, it's stupid, but it's just funny.
Okay,
Yeah,
AVGeek
transition
with
here to
579, and James
Yep,
will be
James,
behind.
2 Tetris is left to go. And 579. AVGeek staying low here so far. 565 transition for James. So only, like, there's no Tetris difference. This is a neck and neck transition game so far. Let's see how these players will manage. Level 19. AVGeek in this game not getting the long bar over, so this is now gonna pretty much require a quick tap, I believe, here. Let's see if AVGeek can get something for the left side. Setting up flat burns here. Could work out, but it's not really gonna help him lower the stack. One more flat burn here. He really needs something for the left side to get lower too. But yeah, now getting one high, not getting the quick tap, which means AVGeek tops out at 597. Now James in a kind of similar position here, a bit lower. Let's see if he can get something for the left side. Getting the nice flat burns here. Next L piece over to the left, next J piece, and AVGeek getting flat. James goal is 598, 598, which is just a few thousand points, a few singles. Only 2k left to go here, and this is now the first game that goes in favor of James.
And
So
600k, and guys,
James.
this is also a comp PB for James. James didn't have over 600k score in a match before, so this is a comp PB for James. And James misshifted the long bar, so yeah, let's see if James can survive any longer.
He wants one more bar, but he doesn't get the bar in time so far. He would be set up for Tetris. Nice triple here. This is amazingly well played by James.
Can James survive it?
Looks like he might be able to. Yeah, he gets in the next L piece over to the left.
Oh my god, what a survival it is by James!
It's 19 survival.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's not anymore. But GG's, James, what a survival! It was 627, 267 comp PB for James in game number 4, and James says, okay, this match is not over yet. No, not over yet. AVGeek, if you wanna win it, you need to do better. So 3 AVGeek, 1 James. Very well played by both players. 597 versus 627. Great game, both players. And hello Trisky, welcome in the chat.
Yep, this was an amazing game number 4, and we're already ready for game number 5. So let's just start the next countdown. It's gonna be once again a 3, 2, 1 Tetris here for these players.
Yeah, so we had a very nice. Finally, this is kind of a game I like expected from both players, and James finally with a 627, so score over 600k. So this is finally a game which shows James' potential. So I'm very happy that James was finally able to unlock the potential also in the match. We had AVGeek last month in February tournament with 657, also a nice comp PB. Yeah, so slowly but surely our players, are able to show what they can do. 627, very nicely played, and 183 lines, so very nice post transition, especially the survival from James. At some point, I thought James might be dead, but not.
This is once again looking at a good start here. 120 or 118 for AVGEEK at 25 lines, and pretty much the same I expect here on James' side. So yeah, nice opening.
Oh, James closed the well before the long war came. Classic.
But good, got flat bounce in.
Mm-hmm.
And we can see James getting a few more lines to clean this
Oh, and
up.
AVGEEK with a
really high.
Yeah, with a finish tower in the middle of the board, but gets a long bar to
Getting
lower
the
board.
bar. Yeah. Nice bar Tetris here for AVGEEK into 167, but he's still not clean. He now needs to get a nice pieces here, nice Z pieces, I believe.
131 for James. So James like 2 Tetrises behind, but also 6 lines. But James's board is in a clean shape. AVGEEK needs to work a little bit. Yeah, so there's a chance for James to build a lead in this game. AVGEEK is forced to burn, and this is not a good fold distribution for AVGEEK. So let's see. There was a nice dirty Tetris for AVGEEK. Oh, but AVGEEK slowly but surely bringing the board down. 182 for James and 206 for AVGEEK. James is few lines behind, so we're almost neck and neck in this game.
Double long depends here on AVGEEK side in the center and right side, getting the first bar into a dirty Tetris here. AVGEEK playing quite aggressive at this side. And it's still neck and neck. James wasn't able to capitalize on AVGEEK's long digging that he had. Yeah, next Tetris to James. And AVGEEK going for the center here.
And nice center well for AVGEEK. 262 to 76 for James. Yeah, AVGEEK trying not to lose too many lines, maintaining this center well setup. But you know when you... Okay, there is a long board finally for AVGEEK. I wanted to mention that every time you like build for a center well, then the game decides not to give you any long bars.
Yeah, center wells are quite dangerous to go for, but can be worth it if you are able of managing your stack and getting the pieces required.
Yeah, and we have James.
There's always more risk involved.
James is with a clean board. AVGEEK bringing the board down, so yeah, we might see what's the state? 321 for AVGEEK after 102 lines, 352 for James after 96.
AVGEEK getting a few more burns in, 375, 324. So AVGEEK having like a 50k lead and having played nearly 2 Tetrises less in lines. So nice position here in game number 5 for James, and AVGEEK is finally also able to go for clean Tetrises again.
Oh, but James
yeah.
put some troubles. Sorry, I lost my words. Okay, but James should be fine. 394 for AVGEEK, 392 for James. James is like few lines behind, but James
shifting that Z piece could be dangerous on James. That depends how
but
much
does
he
it
will be
very
able to
well.
play for
Oh,
level
and
90.
didn't go for a Tetris. Was Tetris ready? But yeah, decides to go for a right well. AVGEEK meanwhile
just
with
not seeing the Tetris, I'd assume, because there's no way you go for the not Tetris on purpose here, but he's once again setting up for the left where he could have tried to set up for the
and
right
AVGEEK
here,
transitions
no.
with 450 around. James, yeah, James is not far behind. With one more Tetris, James will be ahead at the transition score. And
James is waiting quite long for the bar here, getting the bar now into 566, so James is ahead in points in the transition and the current standings. 458 for AVGEEK, 470 for James. James going for the centers here, now being in a low enough position to go for points, and AVGEEK being in trouble here. Okay, he gets the next piece over, but a nice double and nice next singles here, but now higher and higher here on AVGEEK side. He needs some for the left side, doesn't get the S piece to anywhere, lost Des there, and James
464 is the top out score for AVGEEK in game number 5. Yeah, so James takes another game. James takes another game. Yeah, there was nothing for AVGEEK to save the board, and James staying alive. James wins another game. Yeah, James, feel free to play this game out. Of course, you have the right to mull in this game. there's a chance for AVGEEK to take a quick break as well. So yeah, so James, feel free to play this as long as you want.
Yes, you pretty much always say we encourage mullining on level 19, just playing until you top out, because, you know, 19 on death is always amazing to see. And you can see James playing nice and low here, kind of like the textbook safety survival guide for 19 deaths, or like PAL 19 deaths. Because the actual PAL 19 deaths compendium may say something different about the perfect places. Yeah, in general, this is what you want to do.
But we strongly encourage this PALDAS 19 compendium created by Adam MTS. It helps a lot understanding the principles of and also some advanced stuffs. Yeah, Adam put a lot of work in creating this compendium, so yeah, I hope it can help more players. And James is topping out at 531 480, so another 500k plus score for James. GG's, we have 3-2 after 5 games. And AVGEEK is back after the short break with a hover tree already. So yeah, as soon as James will be ready, we can start game number 6.
Yep, and I believe you get the ready now. Yes, we get the ready now. So let's start game number 6 in a 3, 2, 1 Tetris. And yeah, the first 3 games went to AVGEEK, the next 2 games now went to James. So this is looking like quite the neck and neck match so far.
Yeah, I wanted to say that this match doesn't disappoint us. Both American players prepared very well for this match. They show us some nice efficiency, nice battle. Yeah, and from a viewer's perspective, I think no one would mind having a decider in this match.
I'm pretty sure, and yeah. In the beginning, I was
James, okay,
getting high here. It gets the pieces required to get open, and nearly open once again. Open, couldn't use the long one here, taking the safety triple, yeah, taking the safety triple, and Tetris to James. Yeah, what I wanted to say is, in the beginning I feared a bit that it's gonna be a sweep and we were over quite fast, but now it looks like we are
it's not over.
Seeing all 9 games.
It's not over until it's over, Jakob. You know, you can
exactly.
You can't be sure about anything. Last month we had this tier 2 match between Schwid and Ethan, where Ethan was leading 4-0, and Schwid was able to make a history, won first reverse sweep in a PALDAS best of 9. So yeah, you can't be sure of anything while playing PALDAS. This game
center here on James that he just put that JP's on top. This is quite high, but he's getting a few burns in, so it's let's say it's now much more maintainable than it was a few lines ago. I say the right side is now looking a bit tougher, but he's able to fill this in, so yeah.
And AVGEEK once again
going for the center.
Yeah, I wanted to say AVGEEK once again with a center well set up. 146 for AVGEEK, 179 for James.
AVGEEK also getting the well transfer here. Yeah, once again a nice lead here for James. So after the first 3 games, James is able to strike back.
And finally, James found a way to be more efficient on 18. And also took some advantage of AVGEEK's some inefficiencies, if I'm allowed to say it, on level 18 in the 2 previous games. Yeah, but AVGEEK is the player with a lead in the match, 3-2, so don't forget about it. James still needs to win one more game to tie the score in the match. So AVGEEK is still in a more comfortable situation regarding the match score. 263 for AVGEEK, 276 for James. And yeah, we are in the middle of game number 6.
Yup, and James now potentially getting in a bit of trouble depending on... Okay, he's able to clean this up, got perfect pieces, nice to see. Just wants to one more bar here, getting the bar. Yeah. James cleaning up, waiting for the bar, and here getting the bar. And we are slowly but surely approaching the end of level 18, around about 40 lines left, which is not that much.
Yeah, but there is still enough lines to like fall into some troubles. I don't want to be mean, but yeah, maybe it's because like when I play, the most trouble I have while playing PAL 90. Oh, nice L spin by AVGEEK. The most trouble I have for a moment, the players with the same score of 381, now 404 against 403. Yeah, the most trouble I have is like when I approach level 19 transition, I can have like nice clean stack for 100, 110 lines, and then the last 20, 30 lines there is like like a nightmare, you know. 451 for James, 429 for AVGEEK. So AVGEEK now, okay, going for this column 9 setup, gets a longboard, gets a Tetris. 453 for AVGEEK, 458 for James. So we are in a very neck and neck situation. So if we approach the transition with similar scores, I think that level 19 momentum is on James's side, considering the previous games. But maybe this will be the game where AVGEEK can show us some 19 potential. And James,
I believe there's also a pasty tier for James slightly.
502
okay,
now.
No, there's no longer.
480 for James. So AVGEEK in the lead, going into transition. James's board is not looking great. AVGEEK topped out at 504, and James's board is also falling apart. So this time AVGEEK takes the game. 504, 880. GG's AVGEEK. James's board fell apart, of course, as well at just after transition with 491, so 13,000 points more for AVGEEK, and AVGEEK has guaranteed at least 1 point for this match by winning 4 games. So AVGEEK won't go home empty-handed. James needs to win the next 2 games if he wants some points. Otherwise, yeah. AVGEEK wins with 3 points for the standings.
And I believe this is the first game that wasn't decided on level 19.
If you mean like the advantage taken from 18, you might be right. But...
No. I meant as in the first game where there wasn't, from at least one of the players, enough 19 play to get over the score that the opponent had on level 18.
We'll think about it later. Players are ready, so let's start the countdown for game number 7.
Oops. Yeah, feel free to start the countdown. And probably I just turned on my microphone a bit low on accident. I hope that the volume is now better once again.
Yeah. So the players are ready. Game number 7 starts in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Yeah, AVGEEK needs 1 more game to win this match. James needs 2 games to force a decider and take at least 1 point home, or 3 games if James wants to win in a decider. So no more for James. It's not more possible to get 3 points for this match. For AVGEEK, 3 options possible. So 3 points for winning not in decider, 2 points for winning in decider, or 1 point for losing in decider. So no 0 points possible for AVGEEK any longer. 49 for AVGEEK, 69 for James. And we are in the middle of game number 4, and my cats are started a new fight. I will be back in a second. I'm like kind of worried about those cats. So Jakob, please take control. Thanks.
Okay, so yeah, now that PAW have survived for a second here, let's see how this game will go. It's once again a neck and neck opening here. Wits for AVGEEK 119 against 118, a single difference here. So yeah, pretty much the same score now that James is getting this bar as well. But James potentially now needing to burn a few lines, getting the LPs perfect to hug, which means only a single here, and we have 143, 142, so again, just a single difference here. And next Tetris to James. Now James being a single in the lead. Now 166, 820 for both players. James leading the longer dependency for them 9. And AVGEEK getting the next Tetris. James also now needing to burn a few lines, while AVGEEK is able to stay clean. And yeah, we can see 200k at 59s here for AVGEEK. Nice position to be in. Now up to 239 here. James is a bit behind currently, having played 9 lines less at 172, which means we have a slight disadvantage here for James in terms of pace of like half a Tetris, I believe. Okay. So yeah, it's
I'm back.
pace-wise neck and neck.
Yeah, I put those cards into 2 separate rooms, and I will take care of them later after the stream. So yeah. 285 plays 242, yeah, so AVGEEK once again with a higher pace. Jakob, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay. I thought I lost you for a second or something, yeah, but...
You haven't.
Yeah.
I'm not going away.
Okay. Yeah, so both players with some nice paces in this game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, James now having a bit of a drought situation, I believe. Simon AVGEEK side, AVGEEK getting pretty high. Not open for the long, but he closer to one piece before and getting the safety triple. Now down to a playable height once again here. And taking a few burns while James is set up for the next Tetris. Bar to Tetris to AVGEEK and bar and Tetris to James as well here. 348, 339. AVGEEK has played 7 lines more, so we have a pace lead for James of also a point lead, but a pace lead of like 1.5 to 2 Tetrises so far, as we are in the last around about 40-30 lines here of level 18. There's still a lot that can be decided here as it's close. And next Tetris to AVGEEK. Now AVGEEK having the point lead for 2409. James burning a few lines here, which may cost him the pace lead. Let's see how much this will escalate in terms of burning. Luckily not much.
Yeah, so James desperately needs to win this game, so James needs to stay efficient and put as much pressure on AVGEEK as possible. AVGEEK on the other side has to stay alive and yeah, maybe outlast James. So let's see how it goes. We're approaching the transition very soon, so players should better prepare your boards for some 19 action. It looks like it will be needed here. AVGEEK with 514 after 123 lines, and James is with 512 after 121. So we are in a very neck and neck situation.
I mean, pace-wise is indeed for James. Point-wise it is neck and neck here. It's just that AVGEEK has played many more lines. AVGEEK pretty high in the transition, getting a double, getting the longer over. And nice burns here at the beginning of 19 for AVGEEK, but is it enough for a comfortable stack to play? Let's see how the next few lines will be.
AVGEEK is doing a great job in surviving it, and AVGEEK down stacking the board perfectly. James transitioned with 565. Yeah, James is ahead. So AVGEEK, you need to stay alive, and James's board is falling apart. So James is stopping out at 565. AVGEEK, you have a chase down. 566 is your target. If you get the score, you win the match. 566.
This is like 20 lines, so level 23, depending on whether or not AVGEEK, of course, can survive until then. Now needing the number for column 8, not getting the bar in a bit of time here.
And those misdrops, and this will be it. And we skip playing, guys. 557, 200 is not enough. James takes this game, and we have 4-3. Oh, that was so unfortunate for AVGEEK in this game number 7. James stays alive and we are still fighting.
Yeah, so this is an amazingly close match here. We're gonna have And as AVGEEK is saying, best of 9 so long, yeah, it is.
Yeah, and
But that's why we love best of 9s. It's a
yeah,
mix of endurance that you show, as well as just peak sprint efficiency here in PAL, because you have the
Jakob,
kinda
sorry
just
for
long straight
interrupting
lines
you.
sprinting down.
Pay
Yeah.
more attention. Players are ready, so we start the countdown. Game number 8 starts in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Sorry, Jakob, but yeah, our players have the priority. We can yes speak about our observations. Yeah, after the game is started. Yes, so sorry if I was too harsh. I didn't mean to be harsh,
Oh,
but
you weren't.
Yeah, I prefer.
I just didn't see the hover 3 on AVGEEK side, which
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and apropos those best, you know what this best of 9 format does? It like minimizes those, for example, those, how do you say it in English? Those swings or something.
Okay, so
Oh!
Games ownership of that OPC on James' side.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, James getting a few singles in here. He is still low enough to not be in 100% danger zone.
Oh, but
the
those
long
pieces...
was not necessarily what James wants. Okay, this long was now acceptable here. Getting the JPs. JPs also over. Nice flat long bar here for James.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
This is so scary, but James is doing a great job, and James should survive it.
Yeah, this is amazing survival on James' side. He
got okay, gets the long bar finally. Okay, that was
amazing survival by
yeah.
James.
Yeah, we can't
got really high, got out of the situation, and is now clean. Got a Tetris out of that, and not even that far behind. It's like 141 against 83, so it's only like a 3 Tetris difference now, 2.5. Yeah. Quite acceptable situation for James. And next Tetris to James here once again. AVGEEK also getting the Tetris here. 189 against 109 here for James. So now James falling behind a bit further. Next Tetris to AVGEEK. And one more to James.
Yeah, so maybe now I'll be able to say what I wanted. This best of 9 format, it likes eliminate those kind of, those swings maybe not, maybe those like the players wins in a series like 3 games in a row and something, and yeah, in a best of 5 format it would be game over, 3-0 and we go home. Here AVGEEK was 3-0 ahead, and we still have a very interesting match. So it gives like more emotions for the viewers, and also yeah, gives the player chances to bounce back. We know that most like of the NTSC tournaments are played in the best of 5 format, but the NTSC is also a different story because it's more likely to play like 230 games on NTSC, and like the average of PAL is around 140, so the games are shorter, with some exceptions of course, but yeah, I speak like generally. So yeah, this number of games like compensates the like lower amount of lines. So yeah, I think it's a pretty good solution to how to approach PAL does. And yeah, our players are doing great in this game number 8. James needs to win this game to force a decider, otherwise AVGEEK wins the match 5-3. Currently AVGEEK
is pretty neck and neck here.
Yeah, I wanted to say almost nothing to separate those two players in this game.
So we have 392 for AVGEEK against 389 here on James' side, both players being a bit higher in the stack, getting the Tetrises in, and yeah, now 412 against 416, so AVGEEK a few thousand points out of James. Now AVGEEK getting a few burns in that James is not taking so far, but now James taking the burns here to stay ready for the Tetris. Tetris to James into 439 against 444 on AVGEEK side.
Yeah, so we're still in a very neck and neck situation. Now James Would like to see a long bar. The left side of James's board is not perfect, but gets a long bar, brings the board down, and yeah, 470 for James, 472 for AVGeek. We're still in a neck and neck situation. It looks like this game might be decided on level 19 speeds. Okay, nice stacking by James. 495, 498 for AVGeek, and we're approaching transition. So guys, this might be a level 19 race. 522 transition for AVGeek, and AVGeek with a chance to survive this transition. James with 523, so we are very close, and both players need to fight a little bit with their boards. Who can do it more efficiently? James 528, and James's board falling apart, and it looks like a GG for James. AVGeek already with more points. James tops out. AVGeek takes a game and a match. 528, 140 top out for James, and AVGeek tops out with 538, 160. What a match we had, guys. What a match we had. James, AVGeek, 5-3 for AVGeek in this match, but it was a very high level match. Comp PB for James, some high 500k games going on, and your match winner is AVGeek from the United States of America. GG's AVGeek.
GG's to AVGeek, and thanks a lot for playing to James. Amazing match, as you said. You had 8 games, nearly the full best of 9. And
yeah,
pretty much level 19 all games.
Yeah, and how high level match it was. Let's take a look at the statistics. The losing lines, the losing scores. AVGeek average losing score 539, almost 540. Losing score, losing lines 154. And James also over 130 lines in the losing lines. A little bit lower, but still great showing. And yeah, those stats show that yeah, AVGeek won this match deservedly. The stats are on AVGeek sites. Yeah, James, we delay Fortnite man's match a little bit, but I think both the Fortnite and the wrong playstyle player can accept this delay. So Mörkö and DUΖY K, if you are here in the chat, sorry for the delay, but yeah, our American competitors wanted to play it almost full distance, and they showed us a great performance. And James, thank you for great fight. AVGeek, once again, congrats for winning the match, and I will show you the stable, and then we will slowly but surely switch to the other match of today. So, the standings after this match: AVGeek joins Le on third spot with 5-3 win. Yeah, James is unfortunately in the bottom part of the standings with Khan at 20th spot, and the next match will be Mörkö versus DUΖY K. And yeah, I will set it up pretty quickly. So yeah, Jakob, if you wanna take like 2-3 minutes break, feel free to do so. And yeah, I will set up the match, and we will start Mörkö versus DUΖY K in a few minutes.
Okay, yeah, that sounds like a good plan to me. Good.
Okay, I'm ready for the match. I think I have everything here. So yeah, if Jakob, you're ready, we can.
Yes, I am.
We can then switch to our second match of the day. Sorry, I got kind of distracted. So we have Mörkö, our seed number 1, playing against DUŻY K. Mörkö, who was trying to conquer the world in the wrong version recently, but unfortunately Mr. Artiaga is too strong for the whole world. And yeah, Mörkö is back, wants to secure his spot in the top 16 of the 2026 Paldas Cup. His first opponent will be DUŻY K, the player who is the reigning Polish and European champion, but both championships won with the wrong playstyle, one in the wrong version, the Polish one, and one in the correct version, the European one. So we will see how the infamous Fortnite player will be able to play against DUŻY K today after 2 months of a competitive break. Mörkö is back on level 19 on Paldas, and he's our level 19 specialist. I wanted to say, yeah. Do you think we can see some long games going from Mörkö today, Jakob?
Pretty sure we will be able to see them. It's not guaranteed, but it's like an 80-90% chance at least, I'd say.
Okay, so Mörkö is live and DUŻY K is not live yet. So
should we start the timer?
He
has been in the chat before, of course.
So please let me first ping him in the Discord.
Okay, we can already see some level 19 action here on Mörkö's side. And just casually going for a central Tetris and then a cleanup because Longbow doesn't arrive in time. This is just what we expect to see here, as he is just an amazing player, and there's a reason why he won multiple of the Paldas monthly events.
And look at Mörkö's face, how serious he is when he plays 19. So
he's
focused.
Not looking at anything else, he's not even blinking.
Yeah.
This is peak 19. I would personally argue the only player who comes close to Mörkö's DAS 19 is A01 MTS. I feel like most other, maybe all others, are just that bit behind.
Yeah, I would say the same, that like Mörkö and Adam MTS are like the top tier. Then like Mark, Georgie are like slightly below. Then I would
Schnecke also, I'd say.
Yeah, but I haven't seen Schnecke playing recently. I know how well he can play nowadays. But if he can play his like regular level, then yes, Schnecke, Tugi, and the other players then. But yeah, it would say. But yeah, as Adam MTS is currently not active, we can say.
He is not due to personal reasons, I believe. Yeah, maybe he will come back one day and show the world how amazing of a Paldas 19 player he is. Or at least was not sure how he's performing nowadays, of course.
Okay, so I hear no news from DUŻY K, so I'm afraid I have to start the procedure. I'm not happy with it, but if you have to, then you have to. Yeah, so DUŻY K might be in the middle of CTL match. What do you mean?
Wow, what the heck?
How can he schedule 2 matches at the same time?
That's really not what you should do.
Is he really playing a CTL match? Yeah. Okay, so the procedure is clear. If he doesn't show up, it's not like a kindergarten here, guys, so if you double schedule your matches, it's your decision.
I mean, you could say luckily the first match was a bit delayed because normally the countdown would end at 1/4, I believe. Not sure how late it will end now.
Yeah, but I started the countdown like 1 minute ago after, like I pinged the player and I waited a second to get a response. But yeah, as James mentions, DUŽY K is busy with a CTL match. So yeah, Mörkö, sorry for this, but if DUŽY K doesn't finish his match before the timer passes.
Oh, JDH also said in the CTL chat, somebody told DUŽY to speed it up so he can play his match against Mörkö in Paldes. And Doodle answering like win faster. I'm waiting for the ad to finish, but it's there's at least 2 more games to play there. Like the current one on level 20, and then one more that's now 2-1, and due to the playoffs we are now in a best of 7 over there. So yeah, it's quite likely for DUŽY to just have, let's say it, a small schedule mishap happening.
Yeah, but you know, if he was in the chat, he could have said something about this match, or then we might have like, you know, make some decision on the spot. But you know, I really want the players to communicate with me as the tournament organizers. I know that there are some things going on, and if the players inform beforehand, it's way better than the play like ignore the scheduled time, play another match, don't say a word. You know, there is like my point of view to approach the situations. We are all humans after all, but yeah, we need to communicate what's going on, and if we don't communicate, then I will strictly like obey the rules. All of the players agreed to obey the rules as they registered for the tournament. So yeah.
Okay, it's been updated on CTL. There's at least gonna be 2 more full games now, as it's now a 2-2 in a best of 7. So it's quite unlikely for this match to start on time, and yeah, the responsibility is 100% on DUŽY here to schedule his games properly and not double schedule, as you said.
And even even if he said during the previous match between AVGEEK and James, guys, okay, I made a mistake with a scheduling. I need to play this CTL. Can we do something? We could have asked Mörkö, and we could have made a decision. So we apologize. We accept your apologize now that thanks that you came, but yeah, you could have informed us beforehand, and we could have rearranged something. And in this case, we simply wait till the timer goes, and yeah, and maybe next time it would be wise not to schedule 2 matches close in time. We know that some things can happen, and some delays might happen as well. We have also delay on our end because the match of the American players took a little bit longer. So the communication is something I appreciate. So have you said before the match starts, okay, there are some delays or something, we might have rearranged it, but yeah, for now we will strictly stick with the rules, and I hope you can adjust your scheduling for round number 2.
Yeah, so let's see how.
Yeah, so let's switch to Mörkö then, and let's see how he's doing on 19.
It's probably gonna do quite well. And yes, we talked a bit about the level like 19 player skills. Of course, there's other players like I believe it was DUŽY who have pretty similar PBs. It's just that I personally feel like they are on average not quite as good because there's much more to your skill than just your PB. It's like consistency and so on.
And yeah, DUŽY is like I think James already mentioned it. He just relied much more on Tetris than Adam. Yeah, this is my impression as well. So like DUŽY is the player who like goes for more efficiency and like this endurance and playing like so to speak forever. I think Mörkö and Adam's skills are the best from the whole world we know. There's also one player with the so-called question mark. It's a poet from Germany. Yeah, who we don't know how to approach his, so to speak, PAL games. He didn't even claim any of those records to be like fully PAL, so fully DUS. Sorry. So yeah, there are some debates to be made, and yeah. Would like to
just
see.
he's an amazing player. It's just that he has a kind of weird play style. I believe it was he's using Des for everything that's under 4. So when pieces that need to move 4, 5 feet, slow taps, I believe it was. So yeah, a bit weird play style. That's why he's called like hybrid 13 instead of poet 13 as well.
Yeah, so
yeah,
we have to like wait till the timer passes. So Mörkö, most likely it looks like you won't be playing this match. So I would like to apologize on my behalf as well.
By the way, talking about the timer, can you add the timer to the scene maybe somewhere because we can't
yeah,
see it?
I can.
Okay, perfect.
Give me a second. And let's do it this way.
And yeah, we can see it on stream. Perfect. I'm also having an eye open here on CTL. Yeah, there's still 2 games left to go, 7 minutes on the timer. So we have now approached the point that even if there's like an early top out happening on CTL, it's pretty much guaranteed that
they are playing best of 7 those
draw.
playoffs, right?
Yes, best of 7s.
Yeah, so this would have been this would have to be a very big disaster for one of the players, so that DUŽY K will be able to join. Yeah, and guys, not only for DUŽY K but for everyone, I would strongly recommend not to like schedule 2 different matches on 2 different channels within like a very short time margin. Yeah, better to think twice before like scheduling. It's not nice for either of the part. If you have like those time pressures, you come to one channel and said, okay, I need to be finished by this and this, and then suddenly the players are playing their best games of their lives, and it takes like forever and so on. So yeah, please consider it, and this will make life easier for all of the parts involved in the situation.
It's also gonna make it easier for the players themselves because, you know, when you don't have to worry about one match during your current match, then it's just much easier to perform as you want to perform and not, for example, top out due to having your next match already on mind. So just make it easy on yourself, make it easy on others, and have like half an hour or so in between matches. Maybe even more than half an hour. Does depend on like the exact stream. If that's the stream where you have like 7 matches before your match, maybe have a bit more than just half an hour. But in general, I would say having half an hour planned time between matches makes sense.
Yeah, I would even go for 1 hour, you know. So the end of the first match is like 1 hour before the start of the next match. So you have like some kind of you know margin.
But I mean, you should not schedule a match to be like assume that a match is gonna be a sweep or something like that. Always expect to go all in a best of 9 games until the end. So
Mm-hmm.
here I would say if your match is
Yeah,
scheduled to start
and
at
always
Mhm.
consider like that you will play the full distance, the match you
Yeah,
scheduled.
exactly.
So
That's what I meant. So here I
mhm.
would say match anticipated to go like 90 minutes. So if your match now starts at let's say
Yeah, 90
20
minutes maybe
UTC.
it's too much, but like
Mhm.
1 hour 10, I consider like 1 hour 10 for the full match. We had
Yeah.
over 1 hour for 8 games in AV
Mhm.
Geek versus James, considering decider, yeah, it would be like 1 hour 10 minutes. So. Mm.
But then imagine if there's like let's say a toilet break and
Mhm.
maybe you have to replay a game due to seat issues. I would say like an
Mhm.
hour and a half
Yeah.
is it's a bit long, yes, but it's what you should assume is like the worst case scenario.
Yeah.
Of course, if you know that you're gonna lose
Always assume the
anyways.
worst case scenario.
Mhm.
That's a nice words put into words. Yeah.
Yep. And then at half an hour on top of that.
Mhm.
That was what I meant. Which is kind of how I love scheduling. At
Mhm.
least in my mind, you don't have to actually schedule like that, but that's, the general
Mhm.
approach I have to most matches I
Mhm.
schedule. At least as a restream, as a player, I lose all matches pretty much. I don't need to schedule a full best of 9 if I know that I don't even win a single game.
Okay, so
But yeah.
guys, we are yeah, speaking about our stuff, and Merke is kind of
Mhm.
on fire in his warm-up game.
Yes, 80 lines.
And what a score, 144. Oh, can he survive it? This is an interesting question to answer. This is not an easy board.
Mhm.
Oh, and this
Oh.
will be it, 146 for Merke, unfortunately a top out. But yeah, was a nice game. We have 2.5 minutes on our
Mhm.
timer.
At CTGC last year, so in late October last year, we had Schnecke play a level 19 start during qualifications,
Mm-hmm.
and he got to like level 27, I believe, on a 19 start.
Mm-hmm.
I just remembered that earlier when I was like, oh yeah, Schnecke also is one of the top DAS players.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe you know the answer. Why is Schnecke not playing in online tournaments?
I don't know. He just doesn't like them, I believe.
Mm-hmm. It's a pity. It would be nice
Mm.
to have Schnecke here as well. But maybe he changes his mind somewhere, you know.
Yeah, let's see.
Mhm.
And we're now in the last 1 minute and 20 seconds. DUŽY is still in one game left to go over there on CTL. So yeah, this is.
Yeah, we wait like to
Mm.
make it like formal, you know.
Oh
And
yeah, we make it formal. So we wait until the end because
mhm.
in theory there could be one more early top out and DUŽY shows up over here. What the heck? I'm just having the CTL open and there's like Macy saying something like, Mime agree to be my skibbity bestie at CTWC Death if I make it there, so I'm happy. What the brain rot am I reading? This weird new stuff. I don't know what it even means. I don't know. It's kind of weird.
To be honest, I did
Yeah,
not
last
understand what you
few
said.
seconds. Oh, there was Macy typing something about like meme being a skibbity bestie at CTWC Death. It's like, huh, what the heck does that even mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, to be honest. Okay, so Merke, 10 seconds left. And here it is. The times is up. So the match is declared as a walkover win. 5-0 for Merke. This match, of course, does not count for ELO ratings because, yeah, for ELO the match has to be played, but for the standings, yeah, we put Merke as the winner of this match with a 5-0 score. So Merke, sorry that this match doesn't happen, but as you saw, as you heard, and as you saw, yeah, there was a mistake from DUŽY K in scheduling and of course in communicating the whole situation. So Mörkö, you will be paired for round 2 as one of the players with a 3-point result after game number 1. Yeah, and let's hope DUŽY K will learn his lesson from this round and will schedule the matches in a more, in a better way. Let's put it in this word. So here is your bracket after this walkover. Mörkö with 5-0 walkover win, and yeah, DUŽY K with Jakob at the bottom of the standings after round number 1.
Yes,
so,
I'm not the only loser.
Yeah, there are some other players also losing, but not only 0-5. Yeah, so there's a pack of players, a group of players with 0 points. And yeah, who are we going to rate?
CGL.
TTL. Okay, so
just to be like, hey, DUŽY.
And Jakob, if you can please stay in this call after the stream, I wanted to speak with you. So, guys, next match scheduled. One is scheduled for Sunday, and we are working on the other matches. So, yeah, please check our Discord. And yeah, there will be some matches in the next days as well. We're working on scheduling them. So yeah, it's all for today. AVGEEK won 5-3 against James. Mörkö with a walkover win over DUŽY K due to no show. So that's all for today. Thank you guys, thank you Jakob for joining me here in comms, and we'll be back later for more Pardas action. Bye bye.
Yep, have a good time. Goodbye.